Good Everybody, I wanted to come and just give a quick recap. We had a parent meeting yesterday, and I want to say thank you to all who were able to come out in person. Thank you to all who joined online. But many of you were not able to attend, and so I wanted to do this recap so that you could stay in the loop. This was our agenda. We went through just a welcome, greetings from our school staff who were able to attend. We were delighted to have Board Chair Ruby Edwards in attendance, parenting moment from our parent liaison, Ms. Breland, and then I came forward with the principal's post check. Again, we had greetings from Board Chair Ruby Edwards, and she really was just here. She decided to come out to say hello, to introduce herself, and just to remind all of us at Melisham, all of the Melisham community, that she is here for us as a support, and if we ever need her, she's just a phone call away. So one of the things that I shared last night was a logo activity, and we posted some different logos and had everyone share what comes to mind. We had things like Tesla and McDonald's and Dollar General, Walmart, and Target. And then the last logo was this Mellichamp crest. And I asked everyone, what does this mean? And after just hearing from the audience, I decided to go through and just share what each of the symbols mean, because as we wear that crest on our chest, as we wear it on our bags, as we have it on different papers that you'll get, different flyers, we want to make sure that everyone knows what this crest symbolizes. One part of the crest symbolizes our commitment to a quality education. We believe that all students can learn and all students will learn, because we're going to put forth the effort to make sure students get what they need. And so that graduation cap and that book is just that consistent reminder that we're here to provide a quality education to all of our students. The sailboat you see there represents our Sail Magnet Academy and their commitment to investigative learning. And one thing that I'm excited about this year, that investigative learning, just digging deep into projects that are meaningful to our students, that's going to extend even beyond our Sail program, so that all of our students can just look at their community and say, hey, this is something that I see, this is something I'm interested in researching, and they're going to see whatever the problem that they see, they're going to research a solution. And our goal is to get connected with county council, with maybe the Chamber of Commerce, so that our students can present some ideas. Another part of our crest, you see this hand with the leaves coming out of it. That symbolizes or represents our commitment to continuous growth. We are an institution of learning, and our aim is that every student goes home every day having learned something new. But beyond that, we want to make sure that as the adults, we're also learning and we're also growing, because the more we know, the more we can pour into our scholars. And the last symbol we have, that's the paw. We are the home of the mighty Bulldogs. And one thing you'll often hear from us is that we put the champ in Mellichamp. And so that paw represents our commitment to being a Mella champion, just doing our absolute best, giving our best in all that we do. So the next part of our meeting, we started talking about some data, fall data, just so we'll know where students are starting, and it helps us plan for the year. So we use this strategy that teachers sometimes use in class: say, mean, matter. What does the data say? What does it mean? Why does it matter, as it concerns what we're doing both logistically and academically? And so looking at our iReady data, we have 14% of our students in the green. That means they're scored at or above grade level. 25% in the yellow. That means they scored one grade level below. And then 61% who scored two or more grade levels below. In math, we have 4% of our students who scored at or above grade level, 27% who scored one grade level below, and 69% who scored two or more grade levels below. So that's what the data says. Why does this matter? As educators, one of the things that we do is use data to help inform our decisions. We don't just wake up and decide, oh, we want to teach this, we want to do that. We have our state standards, but what this data does, it helps us to know where we need to start. And so, for example, our students who are working or scored one grade level below, we know that there are some things that we'll have to do before our lessons to ensure that our students are able to be successful on the grade level standards. We'll have to fill in those gaps. And so that's when we get into the implications. What does this data, how does this data matter to what we're doing? One way it matters, it leads us to a focus on Tier 1 instruction. Because we have so many students who are operating or who scored a grade level or more below, we understand that we have to beef up our Tier 1 instruction. And what Tier 1 is, that's just the instruction that all of the students get in the whole group. Our goal is to make sure that that Tier 1 instruction is top tier every day. And we are excited because we have dynamic teachers on staff. We have dynamic instructional coaches who are supporting our teachers. And we have plans already for professional development to ensure that all of our teachers and even our coaches and our administrative staff, that we all have what we need to ensure Tier 1 every day is top tier. We're also, that brings us to this building capacity. Everyone, as in our logo, we have a commitment to continuous growth. So that means the teachers, the coaches, the administrators, our support staff, everyone in the building, we're all a part of the team, because this data was also shared with the entire school. And it wasn't just those who provide instruction, but it was our custodial staff. It was all of our support staff, all of our related arts teachers. Everyone was in the cafeteria to share, because one thing that we believe is that it takes all of us working together to ensure students get what they need to learn and grow. Another way this data, or another reason this data matters, it helps us when it comes to allocating our resources. One thing that we don't want to do is just buy stuff. We don't just want to get a bunch of stuff and have just things in the room. But when we're looking at the resources that we purchase, we want to make sure that everything we purchase is aligned to our needs. And so if we find that our students are struggling with multiplication, we're going to look at resources to help support multiplication. We saw that there is a need for more support when it comes to reading comprehension, and so we purchased some things to help us with that reading comprehension. And then also we see that with math, we have many of our students who are in that Tier 3, in that red zone, and while we can't have an interventionist for all of our students, we were able to hire an effective interventionist who will come in and work with our students who have the most struggle. Another implication, extending the learning beyond the normal school day. So we have some exciting things in the plan, and those details will come out later as they come. But we're looking at doing some things that I think students will really enjoy, and parents that you'll also benefit from. And so our strategic plan, I shared just a little from our strategic plan with those who attended the meeting and want to do the same here. Our strategic plan, it's a 5-year plan, and we are currently in year 3. And what I want to go through is just simply tell the goals, and I won't read everything that's here on the screen. You can always pause it and read it. But one of our goals is to increase the percentage of stakeholders who are satisfied with the learning environment, social and physical environment, homeschool relations. And so there are some things that we're doing. We want to make sure that Mellichamp is a place that students want to come every single day. We want to make sure that it's a place where parents, guardians, community members, you all know that you are welcome to come into our doors to be a part of what we're doing. And so what you see on the screen, these are just a few of the things that we plan to do this year to help us meet this goal. Our second goal is to provide high quality and engaging opportunities through academics, arts, athletics, and activities. Another thing that I'm super excited about, our 4th Tuesday of every month is a short Tuesday, early dismissal day, and what we've decided to implement are monthly clubs. And these monthly clubs, it gives our students an opportunity to do something outside of the normal instruction that still will help with instruction. So we have some things. We have one club called the Artistic Dreamers. We have one club that's called Talking Hands, where students will learn sign language. We have one club it's a dance club, but when you think about that, well, we have a cooking club. All of those things, while it's not the math, reading, science, social studies, all of those things will help our students with the core content because it requires critical thinking. It requires soft skills like communication, excuse me. It requires them to be able to speak with other people who are on their teams, come up with the plan, execute that plan, look at what went well, what didn't, and those same skills that they'll use in those monthly clubs, our goal is that they transfer back to the academics. And then another goal, the reality is all students may not like school. And as a student myself, I remember I had some things happen in fourth grade that kind of turned me off from school. And I wasn't a big fan. I still did my best to do well, but I wasn't a big fan. I wasn't always excited to go to school, but I loved sports. And so once I got into sports, that was kind of a motivation for me. When I started playing in the band, that was a motivation for me to continue to do well because I had to be a student first to participate in those activities. So I'm really excited about the high quality engaging opportunities that we will be able to provide our students this year. Our third goal, recruit, train, and retain highly effective faculty and staff. We have some dynamic people here on staff, and I'm so excited about everyone who came back to Mellichamp, who's already been here, and I'm excited about everyone who's new to Mellichamp because we are a solid team. I'm very excited about the things that are going to happen because everyone who's supposed to be here is here, and everyone who's here, we have hardworking staff, we have intelligent staff, we have caring staff, and because of that, our goal is to make sure we continue to nurture an environment where all of our staff, just like I want all of our students to want to come to school every day, I want all the staff to want to come to work every day and know that this is a place they are wanted, they are welcome, and that this is a place, this is the place where they belong. So let's get here, and this is going to lead into an activity, something that I need all of you to do. We'll call this page the Principals. And so I came in, and currently, Mellichamp, we had a vision, but I wanted to adjust it so that it reflects the mission, the vision, the values of those of us who are here now. All of the staff, I did this with them the first week of school, first week back for staff, and then the first week of school with students. We got them in and we did the activity that I'm going to walk you through in the next slide. We did the activity with the students because it's important for me to know what you all think, what all of the stakeholders know, and then together we're going to put things together to write our vision and write our mission. And so my mission is to ensure that all of our students learn and grow. And my vision is that Mellichamp is a school that provides a transformative learning experience for all of our students through high quality instruction and social engagements. And things that I value: planning with students in mind. I understand that this school exists to help students move forward. So I'm always going to plan with students in mind. While doing that, I'm always going to consider the impact on staff because I realize that I'm not the only one who's working. And so I have to make sure that I'm considerate of the decisions that I make that changes what someone else may be able to do. And then lastly, I always want to be equitable and consistent in all of our practices. And with that equitable piece, I want to make sure all of our students have an opportunity to engage in those high quality activities and instruction. And it's not just a set of students here or a set of students there, or a group of students, but all of our students. The goals you see at the bottom of the page, those are the same goals from the strategic plan. So one of the links that I'm going to put in the bottom, in the comments actually, is a survey that will have these questions here. And I ask that you all take a few minutes to answer these 3 questions for me. For the mission, I just want you to write in, why do we exist? Why does Mellichamp Elementary School exist? Second question, what must our school become or continue to be to accomplish our purpose? So think about why we exist, and then who do we have to become, or what do we have to continue continue doing to meet that goal? And then lastly, how must we behave to achieve our vision? And again, I'm going to take all of the responses. I have my response. You saw that on the previous slide. I have the responses from the staff. I have the responses from the students. I have a few responses from our meeting on yesterday, but I want to hear from more of you. Why do we exist? What must we become? How must we behave? So look for that in the comments, and please let your voice be heard. I want to end this and say thank you to everybody who stuck with me through the video with the theme. The theme this year is Anchored for Success, Grounded in Practices that Work. And what this theme encompasses is the idea that those who are at the top of the charts, those who are the best in their craft, is not because they are always better than everyone else, but it's because they are consistent in what they do. And so that's what we want to do, and that's what we're going to do here at Mellichamp this year. We're going to be consistent in things that work. We're not going to be a school where we're just doing things just to do them, but we're truly going to be intentional about all of our practices, making sure that our hard work is not in vain, but our hard work will yield the results that we want to see. So again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying for the duration of this video. If you have any questions, please reach out via email. You can give me a phone call. I'll drop that information in the comments as well. And you all have a great evening.